Ferruccio Arturo Lamborghini, April 28, 1916, February 20, 1993, was an Italian industrialist. Born to grape farmers from the commune of Cento in the Emilia-Romagna region, his mechanical know-how led him to enter the business of tractor manufacturing in 1948, when he founded Lamborghini Trattori, which quickly became an important manufacturer of agricultural equipment in the midst of Italy's post-war economic reform. In 1959, he opened an oil heater factory, Lamborghini Bruciatori, which later entered the business of producing air conditioning equipment. In 1963, he most famously created Automobili Lamborghini, a maker of high-end sports cars in Sant'Agata Bolognese. Lamborghini founded a fourth company, Lamborghini Oleodinamica in 1969. Lamborghini sold off many of his interests by the late 1970s and retired to an estate in Umbria, where he pursued winemaking. Early life: Ferruccio Lamborghini was born on April 28, 1916, to viticulturists Antonio and Evelina Lamborghini, in house number 22 in Renenzo di Cento, in the province of Ferrara, in the Emilia-Romagna region of northern Italy. According to his baptismal certificate, Ferruccio was baptized as a Roman Catholic 4 days later, on May 2. As a young man, Lamborghini was drawn more to farming machinery rather than the farming lifestyle itself. Following his interest in mechanics, Lamborghini studied at the Fratelli Taddei Technical Institute near Bologna. In 1940 he was drafted into the Italian Royal Air Force, where he served as a mechanic at the Italian garrison on the island of Rhodes, territory of the Kingdom of Italy since 1911. After the Italo-Turkish War, becoming the supervisor of the vehicle maintenance unit. Lamborghini was taken as prisoner when the island fell to the British at the end of the war in 1945, and was not able to return home until the next year. He married, but his wife died in 1947 while giving birth to his first child, a boy named Nino. After World War II, Lamborghini opened a garage in Pieve di Cento. In his spare time, Lamborghini modified an old Fiat Topolino he had purchased, the first of many that he would own over the years. He made use of his mechanical abilities to transform the homely city car into a roaring 750cc open-top two-seater, and entered the car in the 1948 Mille Miglia. His participation ended after 700 miles, 1,100 kilometers, when he ran the car into the side of a restaurant in the town of Fiano, in Turin. As a result, Lamborghini lost his enthusiasm for motor racing, a sentiment that would endure for many years to come. Beginnings of entrepreneurship. In 1947 Ferruccio Lamborghini recognized an emerging market in post-war Italy devoted to agricultural and industrial revitalization. Using parts from military vehicle engines and differentials from air centers, Azienda Recupero Alienazione Residuati, Lamborghini built the first of his Carioca tractors, themselves based on the 6-cylinder petrol engines of Morris trucks. As petrol in Italy was prohibitively priced, Lamborghini augmented the Morris engines with a fuel atomizer of his own creation, which allowed the tractors to be started with petrol, then switched to the cheaper diesel fuel. Based on the initial success of the Carioca, Lamborghini founded Lamborghini Trattori and began manufacturing tractors. Involvement with boats. The iconic Riva Acromel Lamborghini, helm number 278, was registered and delivered on June 7, 1968 to its famous owner Ferruccio Lamborghini. the boat had some specific and unique features. It was the first and only one fitted with two Lamborghini engines, and it had special side railing for holding onto during waterskiing and record attempts. The engine compartment was modified to fit the engines, and a special open exhaust was built just to meet Ferruccio's demands. For over 20 years Ferruccio was the owner of this boat until he decided to sell the boat to a close friend in July 1988 named Angelo Merli. Several speedskiing records were broken, and Ferruccio was very passionate about his Riva as part of his lifestyle and exponent of Italian craft and design, maybe even just as passionate as he was about his Miura. Citation needed involvement with automobiles. Lamborghini's increasing wealth allowed him to purchase faster, more expensive cars than the tiny Fiats he had tinkered with during his youth. He owned cars such as Alfa Romeos and Lynches during the early 1950s, and at one point, had enough cars to use a different one every day of the week, adding a Mercedes-Benz 300 SL, a Jaguar E-Type Coupe, and two Maserati 3500 GTs. 9. Of the latter, Lamborghini said, Adolfo Orsi, then the owner of Maserati, was a man I had a lot of respect for. He had started life as a poor boy, like myself. But I did not like his cars much. They felt heavy and did not really go very fast. In 1958, Lamborghini traveled to Maranello to buy a Ferrari 250 GT, a two-seat coupe with a body designed by coach builder Pininfarina. He went on to own several more over the years, including a Scaglietti-designed 250 SWB Berlinetta and a 250 GT2 plus 2 four-seater. 9. Lamborghini thought Ferrari's cores were good, but too noisy and rough to be proper road cars, categorizing them as repurposed track cars with poorly built interiors. Lamborghini found that Ferrari's cars were equipped with inferior clutches, and required continuous trips to Maranello for rebuilds. Technicians would secret the car away for several hours to perform the work, much to Lamborghini's annoyance. He had previously expressed dissatisfaction with Ferrari's after-sales service, which he perceived to be substandard. Lamborghini brought his misgivings to Enzo Ferrari's attention, but was dismissed by the notoriously pride-filled Martinen. After successfully modifying one of his personally owned Ferrari 250 GTS to outperform stock models, Lamborghini gained the impetus to pursue an automobile manufacturing venture of his own, aiming to create the perfect touring car that he felt no one could build for him. Lamborghini believed that a Grand Tourer should have attributes that were lacking in Ferrari's offerings, namely high performance without compromising tractability, ride quality, and interior appointments. A clever businessman, Lamborghini also knew that he could make triple the profit if the components used in his tractors were installed in a high-performance exotic car instead.